It was a crisp autumn day when the 5 friends set off for their weekend getaway. They had rented a cozy cabin tucked away in the heart of the forest, surrounded by towering trees and babbling brooks. The plan was to spend their days exploring the great outdoors, roasting marshmallows by the fire at night, and enjoying the peace and quiet of nature. But when they arrived at the cabin, they quickly realized that things were not as they had expected. The front door hung off its hinges, and the windows were cracked and dirty. Inside, the living room was a mess, with overturned furniture and a thick layer of dust covering everything. It was obvious that someone had been staying there without their permission. The friends were uneasy, but decided to make the best of it. They spent the first night cleaning up the cabin and settling into their rooms. As they sat around the fire, telling ghost stories and sipping hot cocoa, they heard strange noises coming from outside. It sounded like footsteps, crunching on dry leaves. But when they looked out the window, there was nothing there. The eerie occurrences continued throughout the weekend. They heard unexplained whispers in the night, and odd shadows flickered on the walls. One evening, the friends went for a walk in the woods, and they stumbled upon a clearing, with a circle of stones in the centre. The stones were arranged in a pattern that seemed to hint at some kind of ritual. The friends began to fear for their safety, and decided they needed to investigate. They went to the local authorities, but they were told there was little they could do without concrete evidence. So they began to conduct their own investigation. It soon became clear that something sinister had been happening in their cabin. The friends found evidence of strange rituals, including animal bones and symbols etched into the walls. They also discovered a hidden room where they found books on the occult and dark magic. As the friends delved deeper into the mystery, they came to the chilling realization that they were not alone in the forest. Someone or something was watching them, and they had no idea who or what it could be. One evening, as they sat around the fire, they heard a blood-curdling scream coming from the woods. They ran outside, only to find a trail of blood leading to the cabin. The door was open, and the room was in complete disarray. They searched for their missing friend, but all they found was a trail of blood leading deeper into the woods. It was then that they realized they were dealing with something far more dangerous than they had ever imagined. They were in the middle of a nightmare, and they had to find a way to escape before it was too late. The friends worked together to figure out who or what was behind the strange occurrences. They discovered that the cabin had been cursed by a group of occultists who had been using it to conduct their dark rituals. As they searched for a way to break the curse, they were constantly plagued by terrifying visions and unexplained phenomena. It was a race against time, and the friends had to use all their wits and courage to survive. But in the end, they were able to break the curse and banish the dark forces that had been haunting them. As they left the cabin and headed back home, exhausted but relieved, they couldn't help but wonder what other terrifying secrets the forest might hold. They had come face to face with the dark side of nature and had emerged stronger for it, but they knew they would never forget the horrors they had experienced in the woods.